Hello, I'm Shakun Tilasanthu, and here are the top stories on Al Jazeera. The Syrian president has warned rebel fighters that they cannot topple his government. Bashar al-Assad told an Egyptian newspaper that armed groups lack popular support. He described their acts as terrorism against the state. His comments come as fighting and bloodshed continues in Syria. And families have been forced to abandon their homes because of that conflict in Syria. The United Nations says more than 1,000 people are crossing into Jordan every day. Many are very sick and wounded after walking for days, but say they have no other option to escape the killings and beatings. Iran and Israel have faced off at a United Nations nuclear agency meeting. Iran's representative to the IAEA said Israel's refusal to join the nuclear non-proliferation treaty makes it a potential threat to the world. Israel's envoy countered by saying it's Iran's nuclear ambition that is the real menace. The race for the White House is heading into its final weeks. President Barack Obama and his Republican rival Mitt Romney have been campaigning in the key state of Florida. The election will be decided in fewer than a dozen states. The latest polls show Obama is leading in most swing states, including Florida.
As Obama says,
The family and friends of a miner killed during violent protests in the Bolivian capital of La Paz have used his funeral to call for revenge. There's been a 48-hour truce between the two rival groups vying for control of the mine at Colquiri near La Paz, but that ends on Friday. And while Egypt's government tries to clean up after last year's revolution, others want symbols of the uprising to stay. One day after graffiti was covered over on this wall near Cairo's Tahrir Square, it's been replaced by new words and images. And artists say they will continue to write slogans to remind the public of what happened. You can find the latest on all those stories and more at aljazeera.com.